Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn Renee McDonald here for Practical Spirituality Live. Just trying to get my stuff straight here. All right. Today what we're going to talk about is dreams. Right now with all the retrograde stuff going on, there's a lot of stuff going on within our souls, out here in society, and like when I say out here in society, I mean in our reality, so to speak. Okay, so what we're talking about is all these changes and things that are going on in the world. With the planetary aspects of or astrological aspects, so to speak. There's a whole bunch of planets that are in retrograde. There is also, right now we are in Mercury retrograde, and then we have Mars retrograde, which is really doing a number on everything with this Mars-Mercury combo. And then I believe there is Saturn and Neptune, and they're still in retrograde as well. And then we've had a couple of eclipses, and then right now we're in Mercury retrograde right up to August 19th. I believe it's August 19th. It might end the 20th, I think, or it might end the 19th and then the 20th. We're free. Okay. So anyways, so with all these changes, many of you may be experiencing a lot of dreaming, a lot of dream stuff. What is happening is it's just one of the ways that your soul releases stuff. Okay. Your soul releases and works through stuff, it can go into different dimensions from your soul. It's your portal for love energy. So you can go to different worlds, different dimensions, tap into past lifetimes and all time and all that is. And we've talked about this a little bit in some other videos. So what is happening is your dreams come from that space as well. Your dreams are just parts and versions and pieces of things that are going on in your soul. So as you travel to different dimensions, those things will come out in your dreams. You can pick up different magic from different spaces and different things that you need to heal you, to help you, to assist you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so. But today we're going to talk about dreams and give you a broad spectrum of what dreams are about. I had a dream last night. I'm going to talk to you about what's going on with our dreams, what is happening. It's a time of transformation for us right now in this world. So we're all having lots of dreams, lots of changes. Our souls are simultaneously releasing stuff. All of a sudden, you'll be sitting there and you'll have all these weird thoughts that you haven't had since like you were a child of just things, images, times from the past life stuff, ideas, hurt feelings, things. You'll just be sitting there. Let's say you're at work and you're doing your thing, and then all of a sudden you'll start thinking, I'm having this weird dream or this weird daydream kind of thing, or a thought that comes in, and you're like, wow, I haven't thought about that in years. And then you'll be like, and then all of a sudden something will come out of your soul as well that is a behavior that you're like, let's say your boss comes in and you reply to him in a way that's kind of shitty or unwell, and you're just like, I can't believe I did that. This is your soul releasing stuff in your reality, and this is happening a lot with all the planets that are in retrograde, because what's happening is that we're getting like a conscious and subconscious culling, so to speak, of our souls during this time. So this is all imperative that you know this, because we're going to be talking about dreams. So you will be having a lot of dreams. It is your soul releasing stuff, working out stuff, deciding what it's going to do, deciding what it's going to create in your future. Your soul is all the governing power here. It is your part, your piece of God that you are, your piece of love energy that you personally are. Okay. So all that is God is everything, and you are part of that. Okay. So when you have a dream, your soul is working out this stuff in some way, shape, or form. Experiences, you're going different places, you're doing astral travel, you're working with your own magic. I mean, you can do so much, and everything is magic, and all of this dream stuff comes from within your soul. So your soul is a portal. So you go different places, you'll be working your stuff out. You go into past lives, literal time portals in your soul into those lifetimes from the past, because all past, present, future is present right here inside of your soul now. Okay. And it comes out in your reality here in this life that you are in today, whoever you are. All these things happen. Now, however you look at it is how you look at it. You can say, oh, well, I had a dream last night and it was cool, and that's just my mind processing things. But your mind is part of the tools that works with your soul, just like your heart works with your soul. Your heart is your soul. Okay. But it works with it. Everything or is a piece of it. So your mind, your liver, your kidneys, is your body. It's all part of the same energy being that is your soul, your emotional space that you're in. All of this is your soul, okay? So when you're in this space of being you and your soul, what happens is, and you go into dreams, you go to sleep at night, there's many different things that you can call it. Most people out here in society world think, oh, I just had a dream and it was lovely, or it was a nightmare, or it freaked me out, or this happened, or that happened. And they don't stop to assess it and think about what is really going on. Always, 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 what do I say? Always talk to spirit or love energy. If you don't know what is going on and you want to know, and you want to know the God's honest truth about it, okay? Always, always, always talk to God, okay? That's the very first thing. You have a dream at night. We get into this dream space where your soul is working out stuff, doing all kinds of wonderful, magical things from within itself, working with God and all that is God, but it's being that one love energy being that your soul is, that is your own special piece of God or love energy that is you, okay? And you're all part of the big system. And when you go and you sleep, you can sometimes travel, you go back in time, you go into different spaces, but it's all through the portal of your soul, okay? So that said, okay, what I want to talk to you about is during this retrograde time with all these planets and all this culling happening, because we are transforming. The planet is transforming. The people are transforming. The world is transforming. Everything is changing. Super change from now to the next 20 years and beyond. But right now, there's segments of really intense time. The next, from June till 6/12/18, the past June that just went by, to 6/12/18, 24, 32 months going into in the next 2 to 4 years, actually 2 to 3 years. Then there's a 4-year, which is like a kind of like a resting, almost a little bit of an ease up, and then we're gonna have like the next 5 to 8 years. Really, really intense changes are going on in us, depending on what our souls came in here to do, what we came in here to do on a personal level in this lifetime, as well as what we came in here to do with the collective consciousness. So we're doing all this amazing work spiritually with the love energy and within our souls. So it's a really, really amazing time that we're experiencing. But during these times, some of the ascension symptoms, like people say, oh, there's no such thing. You know what you feel, right? With this Mercury retrograde, I can tell you that this crazy ass energy that has been in this Mercury retrograde, which is July 26th to August 19th, very, very heavy energy. Feels like a rock is on me on and off. And when I clear shit, all right, every 2 to 3 days, if I'm consciously clearing stuff, it's like I have a conscious setback, almost, not to speak, but it's not really a setback. It's kind of like a, it's like an very heavy energy. It's like a rock is on you and you can feel it. So don't let anybody tell you that you're not having ascension symptoms, you know, when you're not normally like this and this doesn't normally happen. And because you'll feel it lift. This type of symptom is what I'm just keeping it basic to right now for so I can get to our dream stuff. So you'll feel that heaviness. But another part of the ascension, and you'll feel that heaviness lift as Mercury retrograde lets up on the 19th or around that time, depending again on how high you vibrate, and how sensitive empathically, again, how high your soul vibrates somewhere within itself. Okay, whether you're consciously aware of that or not, there's a bunch of different factors here. But you know, the higher you vibrate and you consciously know it, all right, the more you're going to feel stuff. Okay, the more you're going to feel it. So you may feel it for weeks after. So it depends on each individual soul and their personal stuff and what's going on with them. Okay, so that all said, the dreams, if you haven't noticed, you've been having a lot of dreams. I have been having tons of dreams, and it's my soul working out stuff. There's dark corners. Sometimes I'll wake up in the night and I'm like, shit, there'll be like a room, right? And I'll be like, oh, I ain't going in that room. I'm like, that room didn't feel good to me in my dream. And I'm like, holy shit, I can't go there. You know, and then I'll have that dream again. And then I'll have it again. Or bits and pieces of that dream will come back as my soul is trying to work this out, all right? Because this is transformation times, okay? Times are changing huge. All right. So last night, to give you a dream thing, to tell you more, an example of one of my dreams that I just had. It was so bizarre, but there are so many messages and so much learning, so much healing, so much growing, and premonitions and things that are coming for you. And your soul is creating. So it does this on a subconscious level and conscious level. You can do it as lucid dreaming as well. You can do it in daydreaming, in you know, just things that your soul throws into you you information. So all of these things are all part of your soul creating stuff, and dreams are a really big part of this, okay? So last night I had a really bizarre dream. I'm going to tell you the dream because it's crazy, crazy, but it has to do with everything having to do with healing my soul and the ascension. These next 2 to 3 years are really huge time of a change in ourselves, where we have been growing and stepping and changing into the souls we came here to be and our missions here, and as we're simultaneously working in that space to do that here in this earth world. So all of these things are definitely happening. Also, I will tell you my dream now. What happened in my dream last night was so weird. I was in like my ex-husband's home. I was visiting, and I had my whole family with me, and I was in my old car, my 98 Camry, and I was in there, and I was like traveling, and I stopped to see him, and I look in his backyard of this house that used to be my house, used to be my grandmother's house. It's like crazy, and he lives there, right? So I look in the backyard, and again, this is a dream. So in the backyard, I see these 2 bear cubs because I pulled up, strangely enough, in the opposite side of where the driveway was. So I was like on the lawn, right? But there's all these trees and vegetations. It's northern New Jersey. So in this dream, I'm outside of my car. Everybody is in the car. My car is filled with stuff for the show and the event and doing my thing that I do, right? And I look up and I see these 2 bear cubs, these 2 baby black bear cubs, you know, they're not too big. And they're walking across the rock wall by the woods and the trees in his backyard. And I'm like, uh-oh. Instantly, I'm like, uh-oh, that's a black bear. Where there's a small black bear, I'm thinking, oh, there's a bigger one coming. I'm like, oh shit, you know? So then all of a sudden I see the mama bear. And then the strangest thing happens. My ex comes out of the house with a bowl of food. He's following the mother black bear around. And he's like, I got this, Lynn. Don't worry, I got this. And he's giving her, he's trying to feed her, the mother black bear. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he's going to get eaten. It's going to eat him. It's going to attack him. And I'm freaking out. Again, this is a dream, right? So also what happens, this is crazy shit, right? As I'm driving up there, he's doing this, and then all of a sudden the black bear segment is gone, and I'm looking at the house. And prior to this, one of the things that I noticed is that the house is like all decorated, hugely decorated with all these Christmas ornaments, all outside, massive amounts. I mean, think of the person that you know in your life who decorates massively for Christmas, like to the tens, and like that's their mad passion in life, you know? So it's like tons of decorations outside and inside. So this whole bear scene happened with all of this other stuff, right, going on in there. And I'm like, oh man, this is not happening, right? So then the food part comes where he's feeding the bear, and I'm thinking we're gonna get eaten by the bear. I got to get my people in the house. He goes inside, and then I come inside. I like knock on the door, and I go in, and I'm like, hey, boy, the house looks great. You did a great job. And then he's covered in mad bandages all over his whole face, like he was a burn victim. And I was like, whoa, you know, I'm going in there thinking he's fine. 2 minutes ago, he was crawling outside with the bear, feeding the bear, and his whole house is decorated for Christmas. And Christmas is a very brilliant time. It's full of colors. It's full of life. It's full of love. It's full of gifts. It's full of abundance. It's a very happy time for a lot of people, not everybody. Now, for me in particular, it has always been a happy time. Okay. It's a family. It's about love. It's about giving. It's about receiving. It's just about great things. Right. So here I am thinking he's going to be fine. And I'm going to tell him about all his Christmas decorations. And he has all this gauze wrapped all over him like a burn victim. And he's laying in the chair and he's like, oh, I'm sick. And he's like sweating. And I'm like, I'm like, what is going on here? Right. Then, you know, and then all of a sudden he takes off all the bandages and he's fine. He's totally fine. Right. And I'm like, whew. I'm like, wow. Then, all right, my whole family must have been inside the house. I feel like they came in the house, okay? Then all of a sudden, I'm back outside with him. And the whole property was turned in reverse. And I was like, whoa. So that where the driveway would really be in this reality, it was on the opposite side, okay? Where the hill would be on the right side of the house, it was on the where the driveway was, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like in between the houses, there was like a grassy knoll, and we had a big white blanket, soft and fuzzy, you know? And I was like, wow, you know? And as I'm telling you this, they're showing me all these elements that were in this life right here in this reality, because the energy of those things was actually actually needed in the dream to do the spirit work and the understanding and this healing that I needed to do. And those things had the energy in my day that was put into the dreams. This is really fascinating shit, you know? So I'm like, oh my God, you know? So this is why there was a white blanket on my massage table in the day. You know, there was other pieces, you know, all throughout the day. Like one of my clients said to me, oh, my daughter brought out a Christmas ornament. And I'm like, huh. So these are pieces in your real life reality that will be put into your dreams because it's part of the energy and the healing process and the assessing process of molding everything together, because everything is energy, to place it in this reality to get healing in this reality as well as healing in your dreams. This is what spirit is telling me. It's fascinating. So back to the dream. This is really neat stuff. All right. So we're sitting on a blanket, me and my ex-husband, and we're sitting on the blanket, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, the bear. I see the cubs now running across the little hill at the top of the hill where we're sitting on the hill. And then the mother bear runs by, and then I wake up. Now remember, everything is now in reverse, okay? So instantly, when I saw the mother bear, I woke up out of my dream and I was like, okay, what does this mean, God? That's what you do. You say, okay, spirit, love, energy, universe, God, what does this mean? Tell me about this dream, everything I need to know, and what is going on. And this dream, if you haven't noticed, is clearly about transformation. It's about my transformation. It's about transformation of the world as well. And not only is it about that, it's about healing. The reason he had the gauze all over him and he takes it off and he's fine. It's about physical healing, right? So this is all part of this. This is partially about physical healing in this dream. All right. The bears, the mother bears are coming, and then the big bear is coming. So, and then I got the biggest is yet to come. So all of our successes are yet to come. So all of this stuff and cubs, what are cubs? Cubs are a form of abundance. Babies are abundance. Babies are happiness. Babies are happy times and family, and Christmases too. There's all these decorations. Oh, abundance, abundance, abundance. So here's my soul telling me, don't get frustrated during these crazy ass times, Lynn. It's a lot, right? There is a lot of feeling like our wheels are turning right now. And this is my soul with love energy that is God, and that is the God connection that is all that is us. All right, connecting into that. And my soul is saying, hey, we're healing this. We're changing this. And my whole perspective of how the house used to be and everything was is now completely opposite of what it was. So all that I am is now going to be changed. And this is what is happening with the transformation in my dream and the transformation in my reality here. Fascinating stuff, right? And the bear represents abundance in cubs. And then I was like, oh my God, the big one is coming. The big one is coming, you know? And then my ex, who is my friend, is feeding the bear, right? When I'm like, oh God, that's a mistake. I'm thinking that's a mistake. He's feeding the bear. But really, all the things that represents all the things that we have worked for the last many years, 5, however many years, 2, 3, 1, however long you've been working for your dreams to happen. Feeding the bear is that. You have worked really hard to get to this point. And the Christmas lights and the Christmas time and the Christmas decorations, they're coming. All the good stuff is coming. Be patient. Wait. You know, the healing, the changes. You are a new person now. All this transformation is coming. So all of these great things are coming. And your soul is showing you this. Or my soul is showing me this from all of this. Okay? So, and what is the white cloth? The white, it's such a soft velvet one. I put it on the massage table that I have in my energy room in my shopping center, right? I put, it's the same cloth that was right there in my reality. It's so soft and fuzzy and luxurious. It's beautiful. It's lovely, right? And I'm sitting on it, and it's white. Right? It's a lovely white. It's plush. It's be in that space of light with God. When you are in that space, you know, and this is what Spirit, all that Spirit is telling me now through me is for you and us to understand my dream here. And this is how we do this. We talk to God. I ask Spirit, love, energy. Okay, God, what does this mean? And what is the white blanket? The center of love energy. Sitting here, I am sitting in the center of the love energy, laying on a blanket, right? That is love, that is God, in its highest vibration. That's the white light of the blanket, the white brightness of the blanket, and I'm wrapped up in the blanket. Here I am in this space of love energy, right? And all this is where your whole world changes and all your dreams come true. All right. So this is the beginning of these abundant times for us. for me personally, and you, if you're doing your spirit work, and if you're not, you can always work with me. But my job is to help you understand the God's honest truth about what's going on with you and what's going on with everything and all that is. But this dream is to tell you, help you get a better handle on what's going on, how things relate, what is happening in your dreams. And if you want me to analyze the dream and work with you, please call me, because this is all part of the gifts that I have that I do to help people understand. Some stuff is your soul is just working out stuff. Some stuff it is more difficult. But I think we're out of time. So my phone is going